Welcome in everyone to Tier 2 Talk. Josh, some more guests joining us today. We've got the GamerLegion boys, FL4MUS and Volt. Welcome, guys. How you doing?
Пиздец
Pretty
good.
good.
Nice. There we
Whoa,
go.
starting with a
Good
swear word.
synergy
Nice.
already.
Yeah. Great comms in this team, Josh. Great comms.
For sure.
We've got a fair bit to get through today, Josh. Some interesting stuff to talk about. Obviously, I remember, Seb, I was talking to you like a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, like new GamerLegion, and then you told me like you're the oldest guy in the team now, which is fucking crazy considering you're what, 22, right? So, yeah,
It's
insane.
dark times for me. Yeah,
And
I don't know.
Yeah.
What happened?
yeah,
Pretty old.
and I
I
guess
think,
I guess we
I
can
Long
think
story.
retirement is coming.
yeah, I guess we can talk about the changes in GamerLegion, right, Josh?
Yeah, we can start from there. I know FL4MUS, obviously, you joined a little bit later than what Volt did.
Yeah.
But do you want to maybe start us off with the beginning of the year, Volt? Because the first kind of signings you had was bringing in IMD as the assistant coach. Now, I remember him like head coaching quite a bit in the Polish scene, but I don't really know him at all. And then benching Kios. So do you want to maybe give us like a bit of a window of time of what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, with IMD, Adrian, he came in January this year. I think he was announced like in March, but he was already with us for like a couple of months at that point, and even on LAN events as well. And I think he's been doing a really nice job. He's helping Ash with a lot of like, like of course Ash is still doing well the main coaching, but Adrian is just like sorting out like some maps, specific maps for us. And I think ever since we've had him, there's definitely been improvements in the team for sure. And then with the Kios benching, that kind of came as a result of failing to make the major. After the RMR, we had that super depressing loss against Nine Pandas, and I think we kind of just had to make a change. So I guess that's what happened. But yeah, if we managed to qualify to the major, maybe it wouldn't have happened. But I think just because of that, and then after that, there was the whole thing with getting invited after Nine Pandas couldn't attend it. So it was pretty big mess. But yeah, those are these two changes.
Yeah. Do you want to kind of walk through even further? Because that wasn't the only change that happened basically after that period. You had Acor also going out and Slen coming in. And then Andu from the Academy team kind of came up. So did you know of him in the Academy team? Or was it like, yeah, he's on the Academy team, but we're the main squad. We don't really know anything about this guy?
I knew about him. I think he actually stood in for one of the events in Atlanta when I couldn't go. So he had like a bit of playtime in the main team, even though if it was just one event. I wasn't there obviously, so I hadn't played with him. But like with Acor going out, that was like I think at that point he was pretty much set to go to TSM, but it was just super delayed for some reason. It took ages until it got finalized. And then obviously we got Slend in return, and I didn't know until the first day that we played that he was coming to the team, so it was like a big surprise. Ash didn't say anything, and it was kind of like we showed up on TeamSpeak, and it was like Acor's not playing, Slend is coming in, and that was about it. That was how he joined. And also I think what was it again? Because we actually trialed FL4MUS Tim before, like most of the changes. When we trialed him, like Acor and Isaac were still in as well. So he was like the replacement for Kios, but he actually came on later after Andu and Slen joined. So
Yeah.
it was a bit weird.
For me, it was more weird because I remember times when I first time was invited to a test. It was even when I was playing in the previous team. I was and I was invited to test before the Intel Extreme Masters in Chengdu, and I remember playing test with a roster was Snacks, Sap, Acre, and
Isaac.
Isaac. Yeah, and then event is going. 1 month later, I was still playing with my team because I came through test and we've been doing a lot of the document stuff, all of that. And while this, a full team changed nahui. And then when I was coming to a team, it's already different team. It's a funny thing.
Yeah, it was very different.
So I guess FL4MUS knew second time around, mate. Well, I'm getting in here because there's no more players left. Like this is where we definitely get the entry path in. So maybe talk about that one, Seb. What was different about the first time around to the second time? Was it just a timing thing of when FL4MUS was like trialing or on test or whatever?
I mean, It was a big mess, especially because how it happened was that Kios was benched after we played Blast as well, I think, Blast Showdown after the RMR, and it was after that event, and we were actually taking a break, and in that break, we we had the test with FL4MUS, Tim, and I think the next day was when we found out that we were gonna play the major, so we brought Kios again in to play that event. And then after that, I think that was the last event with Acor as well. There was the major. And then Slend and Andrew came in right after that. And we played with Isaac for a bit. And then Isaac went to NIP as well. I think the last event was Pro League. So I'm pretty sure Andrew wasn't going to be in the team until Isaac left. And then we had an extra spot, I guess, open. Because by that point, I think it was pretty much confirmed with Tim signing. I think we were just waiting for Chengdu, like he was saying. So it was just a bit of a delay. But yeah, I mean, it was just like, for me at least, it felt like after every single event, there was someone leaving pretty much. It was one by one pretty much. It was Kios, 2 events Acor, 2 events Isaac. And then later on with Snacks as well. So yeah.
Tim, I wanted to ask you about like international offers or just like joining an international team, because I was casting you guys when you were on Omega for like basically the run up from like just before Chengdu to when you moved over. And I swear all of your teammates would just like not do interviews on the English broadcast. Like none of them were like, "No, we're not doing it." So I was just under the assumption that everyone's English was just shithouse. So was it kind of in your mind to ride the CIS scene for a while, or what was it with a European offer?
I also had the offers to 2 CIS teams, good teams. I will not tell names, but at the point when I got offers, I already said yes to GamerLegion, and also I got like offer from my previous team, but for me it was like I already said yes. We already talked with GamerLegion for like a month. We've been working already. We've been thinking how it will everything will go, and I just was canceling absolutely everything just because I already it's like I will say like that because I'm a man of my word, and I'm already said yes to GamerLegion, and I was just really looking into another offers, but there was NCAS offers as well.
Yeah. Okay, sounds like us at Epic Land, Ryan. You know, like we've said yes to one another. Better offer comes, but you know they can fuck right off.
Yeah,
you know, we've got to
exactly.
keep it with the boys.
Not quite the same level, Josh. Just a little bit below. Just yeah.
A bit, like
Yeah.
not a lot.
I
Yeah.
mean, on the topic of like how well they speak English, actually, the first time that we tested him, I was like super surprised with his English, and I think he said he learned it from movies and YouTube. I think it was.
True.
But yeah, I think he speaks very well English, even though I don't think he believes it. But for me, I think it's way better than what he needs for CS.
Yeah, well, we were having a laugh about it before the show started, the Lightning McQueen behind FL4MUS. Now, also another thing that people want to know is what is the deal with this lion from Madagascar? Why is that a thing?
I will say like that. When I was 12, and my friends, my friend one, we've been playing in one team when I was like young, and he just made a meme. There was a meme with the lion from Madagascar. It's in Russia. It means yeah, I am bad word, and he put my nickname instead of this bad word. I won't say it. It's cancelled word. Cannot say it. And it just somehow ended up like that. And I just wait. I from the I have a mouse pad orc who is doing this, and you can get your own design. And I was like, I can actually do like this my own mouse pad with my own design, and I think that would be super hype. It's going to be pizza good. And it's ended up like that. And basically, this meme is already living around 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
On
Get
your
them
like
on the mouse mat.
15?
That's what we need right now. Sell the FL4MUS Madagascar mouse mats.
Limited
Wait,
drop.
show it. You have it, no? On your desk.
Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go.
What?
Yeah, pretty good.
It is, and you can even see my face. It's me when I was like 12. It's my face when I'm 12. You can even see my haircut is like to here нахуй coming. I can even try to find a photo. No, not trying. I can just give you a photo from original photo where my friend take my face off.
What's happening right now, Ryan? What?
Oh,
I mean, you have a crazy room actually, if I think about it. That
There's
mouse
a-
pad, Lightning McQueen in the background as well.
living his best life.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
go on, Ryan.
No, go on. I was just going to comment more on some of the changes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because like a lot of them got forced, right? I would say, Bolt, like especially with the Isaac one going to NIP and then Snacks going to G2. Like it's kind of out of your hands as players when players
Yeah.
get poached or get moved to other organizations. So how much I guess time window did you have for both of those moves to know that they were happening?
For which ones? The Isaac and
And Snacks one.
I mean, the Snacks one, it was, I think it was like out of nowhere, to be honest, because we finished the season and went into the player break, and like by that point there wasn't any like talk about the roster change, and I think it was like halfway during the like break that we found out that he's going already, and
It was like that. Sorry, Sap. It was for me at least. It was like that.
yeah, do you know something else?
Hey team. Okay, so Snacks is going to G2. How you feel about it? I said, okay, and ZTR is coming. All right.
Yeah. I mean, it was the
And
same. Yeah.
and 2 days after, we are already playing with Eric. That's how it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was like super late. I think that's just how the transfer was as well. I think G2 like just wanted it done quickly, and maybe I don't know what options they had, but yeah, it was I don't know, it was unexpected for sure. I mean, when I heard about it, I was surprised, but I knew that the community reaction about it would be even crazier. And honestly, when it came out, I think it lived up to what I thought like HOTV and Twitter would react to it. And I think a lot of the reactions were like over the top. I don't know. I feel like they didn't give him a chance to prove himself before making like an assumption of how the team is gonna run. And like for me, for example, I thought that he could be a good fit for how they want to play, but I don't know. Everyone else just kind of went for the first reaction, just say that it's a terrible move, and I mean, yeah, we know how it was.
People who
There was a
are
lot
not
of flaming.
playing, people who are not playing CS professionally cannot talk about it. It's like it's just yapping. It's just it's just like professional yappers on Twitter. They're saying, "Ah, хуйня."
Yeah.
Yeah, professional yappers.
Yeah. That's our job,
Well,
Josh.
how you will call them in another way? Because it's like that.
Yeah,
It's like a lot of the like people don't know chemistry of the game. They don't know how game works, but they are giving their opinions like they are super pros, and they're saying, "Oh, it is a bad move." Or a lot another people saying it's a good move, but you will never know till like a team will play together. I don't know. When in new in-game leader come into a team, it's most of the time like structures changing, tactics are changing, people are getting comfort with it, and also I think for Jitsu it's kind of hard when you have like so like star players as Nico who have their own opinions, who want to play like how they want, and you need to for this change and for if you want to see result from Jitsu, you need to give them, I don't know, half of the year minimum and even more later. And after that, we can talk. If it was good or bad? And right now, you just cannot say if it's bad or not.
The only thing I feel bad about it for him is that I feel like I mean, from the leaks with Nico going to Falcons, it's kind of, it feels like the team is gonna crumble in a way after that roster change. So I don't know. I don't know what it will look like, but yeah, I think the G2 now is going to be super different, probably the start of next year.
No, похуй.
Yeah. The only thing I think we actually spoke about it on this was probably a few months ago, Ryan, which was the Metasport changes. And I remember at the time, with like Susp and ZTR being benched, I was on the side of like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this just seems crazy that a key rifler in the IGL is just getting kicked for like a team that's managed so much. However, I was very surprised when he joined your team, because I don't know, it's like first time international, really. Like, I think he's only played on what, like EU mixes in the past, and mainly made his name in the Swedish scene. So, do you want to maybe give him some like thoughts to everyone at home of what he's like as an international in-game leader? Because he's not known for that.
I don't
We
think it's
did,
a big difference for him, no? I
yeah.
mean, in Sweden, I think everyone speaks really good English, and I don't think it's like difficult for him to like switch
More so
from.
like the styles, I mean, like rather than just like the communication aspect, but
Mm.
from going from like literally being in the Swedish scene for all them years to then
Yeah.
like managing individual players, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how they did it in Metas, but I think I mean he has his own way of playing, and I don't know if it's specific to like the Swedish scene. I mean, I like it personally, and honestly, it doesn't feel like it's a struggle to like adapt like Swedish to international. I don't know if it for me. I feel like he's done it before, like international teams. It doesn't seem new, I guess, for him.
Okay.
Maybe Tim can say something else because I mean, for me, I've played international teams for ages now, but maybe for Tim, since he's been in the Russian teams, but mainly, I think they might do things differently there. So he has a different opinion.
It doesn't matter when you know how to play CS. If you know how to play CS, it doesn't
Just shoot.
matter.
Hold
Yeah,
mouse.
yeah, yeah. It's like you know how to play CS, especially if you're in game leader. You just know how the game works. If the only way, nothing changes. It's like basically, if it's gonna be like difficult if your English is bad. Eric's English is not bad, so like it's good, and doesn't matter. This if I remember when I was moving to GamerLegion, actually, fun fact. GamerLegion is not the first my international team. My first international team was when I was 13, 12,
Okay.
I don't remember, when I was 6 level faced.
Nice. I don't know
And
if
even
we count that though.
but even at that time, so it was like 7, 6 years ago. It was still it wasn't that bad. If as I remember, I was able to say, "I go away, boys," and that was enough. You know.
There you go.
So
I think different
the,
levels, but yeah,
yeah,
we can take it.
похуй.
Yeah, I think Metis fumbled. I don't know with the.
Yeah.
I think it was super random the roster changes they made. I think they were doing pretty well, and they decided to just remove one player. I think later on they removed the ZTR, but from the outside it seemed super weird how they
Yeah, it
went
is.
about
It
it.
is.
Yeah, very strange. I think we even spoke about it, Ryan. It was like all the players kind of made it sound like on Twitter that they didn't even know about this move was happening and that it was all kind of forced from the organization.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a crazy time. I remember us saying, you know, like this is just a very shit situation for Metasport because, as you said, Josh, like they were peaking at the time as like one of the best in Sweden, right? If not the best. And
Yep.
I don't know. I guess then a question to you guys is like how for ZTR, like how quick was it between obviously Snacks leaving and him joining? Was it like very quick or
Yeah, it probably was the same quick as it was. I think it was like that. That Jitsu contacted Snacks, Snacks contacted GamerLegion, and instantly GamerLegion started to look out for the players, and they found GTR. And for him, it was also quick because he already was on transfer list, as I remember. So for him, it wasn't like kind of a big problem, and it wasn't like slow for him as it was with me, for example. For him, it was like a few days, probably. So I don't think that it was a problem for him.
I mean, it happened really quick, and I
Yeah.
think as a result we had to like start a bit early as well, so we could start playing with him.
Fair enough. I guess some events to talk about now, Josh, right? Shit
Sure.
tons of events, man. I was saying this last episode. There's so much just fucking Counter-Strike going on. Start off with the Thunder Pick World Championship 2024 European Series 2. For those that don't know what's going on, Thunder Pick World Championships are divided up into European, North American, South American qualies. You guys played in the second one, right? The event's ongoing. Unfortunately, had quite an early exit. A bit of a short straw drawn, I think, for most cases, Josh, considering some of the teams that are in this event. You guys had your opening game here against Eyeballers. Demolished them, to be honest. Obviously, close game on Mirage, and then absolutely smacked them on Anubis.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it was close, and then it wasn't close, and then it was close.
Yeah, well,
Look at the halves. How did that happen?
Yeah.
We trolled. We trolled.
Yeah.
Happens.
11-1 to 11-11. And then, hang on, you just close. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because this was like some time after our comeback against Bleed, and then we were doing
Yeah.
like a reverse comeback.
just making the game more interesting. Then, of course,
We make it more hurtful to them.
yeah.
I don't know. I
good
was
plan.
hurting playing that, to be honest.
And then, of course, your second map, 13-3, job done. Seems like everyone's playing quite well. And then in your
Yeah,
second
but
game,
that is it is also an eyeballers that I think was on like an 8 loss streak as well. So
Yeah.
if it wasn't, if the game didn't go like that, then it would have been pretty bad, I think, from us.
fair enough. And then your second game against C9, right? And I think obviously opening map of Dust 2 goes your way, 13-11 again. You love to make things quite close, 9-3 half, and you win 13-11. Here on Vertigo, second map, 3-9 start. You know, CT side probably not going to plan, and then same thing happened on Mirage, really.
For us, what is happening in my example, in my opinion, in the team, is like because of a lot of the changes, a lot of the things changing inside of the game, we need a lot of the time to get all of our maps to good level, because right now we are playing every map, and it's just we don't have enough time to work on all of them, because for example, if your opponent work on 1 or 2 or 3 maps, there is 4 more maps, and you can 1 week work on half of the maps, and there's a lot of information, a lot of the tactics, and when you're coming back to those maps, it's like even if you've been playing them good 1 week ago, is you need to start to remember everything, all the rules inside of the game, and you're just forgetting. You were not robots, we're like human beings, and it's hard to get everything to perfect level. And sometimes it's like it can be mapped. For example, if it was Vertigo, if I'm not wrong, we was able to like not play it for almost a week, and then we'll be playing it as an official. But 1 week ago it was good. We've been playing it at practice. We've been smashing everybody, and then a lot of the maps coming in, a lot of the tactics coming in, and our brain starts into boom boom, and this what's happened is just in my opinion, we just don't have enough time to prepare all of the maps, and in the future it's gonna be a lot of the better a lot, and this is a good games to it was a good experience to get better.
Now, FL4MUS, you just told me you don't have any time, but what about the 2-week break after the full groups into CCT?
I don't remember which city.
Between the full groups where you went to LAN, yeah, and then your next official is 2 weeks later. This is like 3-4 weeks ago.
After Blast,
After Blast.
before it's on the Blast, we weren't able to train. When we came on Blast, it was not a lot of the time where we put on Lork with Eric. It was a lot. It was a lot of the mess. It was kind of buggy game of playing, because still everything we don't have enough perfect structure. And after that, after Blast, we. Well, it was, as you say, in 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is not enough to get everything right, because still something is working, something is not working. We need to test something. We need to, and there was a lot of the roles changing. For example, for me, after Blast on Nuke, I was playing always anchor. I put it right now. I'm outside player, and for example, on Mirage as well. On Blast, I was playing another role on T side, and on right now I'm playing another role. And there is a lot of that kind of examples for another players, and still like not enough time. And we a lot of the officials that we played, in my opinion, I am using them to get more experience, to get better, to get more ready to the of course RMR, because I think this is the most important tournament in a year. And yeah.
Okay. I mean, just for the event as a whole, Ryan, I'm casting this event tomorrow, so I'm doing the quarters of the Bet Boom Gaming Gladiators and Alternate Attack C9 game. I think it's quite surprising actually for Gaming Gladiators because they brought in Roy and Nikodos and they'd been quite rough for the first I don't know, week or two, and now they're actually on like an insane winning streak. So maybe they're just starting to get it together. And then even Bet Boom, like they're not really playing very much at all. I think they've only played like 2 events in the last 3 months, maybe 3 events. And then Attacks, I think we spoke about them on the last show that they just went from being like utter shit to then just started winning a CCT and now just beat Nemega and OG back to back in this tournament. So yeah, there actually has been some surprising wins for the teams on the run here.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting event to keep up on, and as you said, Josh, you'll be casting it tomorrow. I mean, it obviously all leads into the World Championship, right? 20 grand, and getting an invite to this would be pretty nice. Obviously, the invited teams take fucking forever to come out, and usually happens like a week before. So I think after this event, there'll be a little bit of downtime for Thunderpick, and then we'll be looking at the event as a main event, I should say. In just a little bit. Another event that we were going to talk about is the Challenger Atlanta closed qualifier, right? Again, so it's just another ESL circuit event. It just finished up, right? I think like a week ago, not even that.
Yeah, it's very, very recent.
Another event that you guys played in. Started out strong, 2-0 over Aurora, 13-10, 13-1. Do you want to talk us through that?
I think with this event, we tried to test our map a little bit more. Obviously, we play every game to win, but if you look at like the vetoes in the, I think not this game, but the games after this game, we're playing some maps that we didn't really before. Like I think in the Soul game, for example, we removed Dust 2 towards the end. Yeah. So we removed Dust 2, which we've played a lot, and I think we've been pretty decent on. But we wanted to try some of the other maps as well, and I mean it didn't work out. But I think what's really important for us right now is to get some official experience on the maps, because like you can practice for weeks. You can have like 30 games of practice on a map, but then you learn new things when you play officials, and different things happen in officials. People react differently. And I think, just like Tim said, I think in the long run, having this experience on like different maps is gonna help much more than just playing the same maps every single time.
Yeah. The only thing I really want to talk about in this tournament, Ryan, was Gun 5 actually had like an insane run. They did really well, which is a team that I've seen a little bit, but very rarely do I actually like get to cast any of their games. And yeah, they actually, I mean, they beat NIP, Sashi, and then even took a map off of Saw, and then beat Monty in the lower bracket final.
Yeah, very good performance.
It was good from them. They are playing really good right now. I don't know, like why, what happened in their team, but they're playing pretty good, and good for them.
Yeah, they got some good signings. I mean, they got Celta in there, and then Sadaim, who's just got kicked from Amcal. So they've actually got some like somewhat decent experienced.
But I still don't. I don't know. They kicked Finnegan, and I don't know who is in game leading right now. I mean, it's like for me still question how they are playing. What is their exact roster right now? And no idea. How are they? Who Suka is their in-game leader? It's like Cielo is young, Tanir was. I don't think that he is the kind of player that can Celter. No idea. Maybe Zdime, because I never really played with Zdime. I don't. For me, it's this is for me surprising. How are they winning in those teams, good teams, and how are they so good?
Maybe their coach is calling online.
Yeah, it can be. NMB, I know him from a lot of times. He's been playing a really long time ago in CIS. I know him for a long time. But if coach playing, good for them. But this game is not about coach calling online. If it's like that, then they are pretty much bad word. I don't will say.
Done for. Yeah. All right, we can move on, Ryan. Nothing really else to add to this one.
Yeah, Blast Full Showdown, which is next. Again, you guys feel like making the groups for every event right now, right? And this, I've already talked about this in a previous episode, Josh. The showdowns are always very savage, and you know, Blast have always done this where they've, you know, like basically single elim bracketed it, and it's only the best of the best that get through. I mean, 2 slots offered this time. You guys played big.
Yikes! How's that a loss?
Yeah.
we had a rough day on that.
No, I
after
was
that match.
exhausted. After the Mirage, on the Mirage, I was like, I gave all of my power that was left to this Mirage, and after Mirage, I was exhausted. I wasn't able to shoot, to speak, because before that we have 2 officials to qualify to RMR, and we did a comeback against Bleed from, it was 2-12 or 3-12, and we put a lot of the like our power and energy into that game, and there was one game before that that was close as well against Paravision, that there was 3 maps, and against BIG, in my opinion, I will say for me, I just was exhausted. I wasn't able to play my normal game.
Yeah.
Because it was third game.
Yeah, Ryan, if you can bring up like the matches like overall for GamerLegion, we can just give everyone at home an idea of how that day actually looked.
Yeah, sure.
Because you are right, Flam, and we spoke about this with the Zen 10 guys. We had them on the show last week, and it's just bullshit, isn't it? Like, you got the RMR qualifications. How are you playing Showdown in between? So you've literally got 2 best of 3s, like you mentioned, to qualify to the RMR, and then Blast come along, and then, mate, hey, here, just fucking have a 3rd one, and round of 16, single elim, like, yeah, I just can't believe this really happens, Ryan.
Yeah, it's so shit. I mean, I said the exact same thing on the last episode that we have with Z10, right? And it's just, I don't know, like, as I said, I think that there's some, like, TO calendar that everyone shares, right? And that's why Valve have made this change. You've got to announce your tournaments, you know, a year before they go, so everyone has time to sort of react and put their shit on the calendar and stuff like that. And the fact that there's just like this big of a crossover as well, and you know, for you guys, obviously, I mean, every team at this point in your boat that has to play the RMR qualies and gets the chance to play in the full showdown, you're obviously going to play in the RMRs, right? Like you're not going to sacrifice that, and I just don't see why they couldn't have pushed this just a day back. Because, you know, as you say, your opening game was when you played your final game, right? Like, this was your qualification game against Bleed.
Yeah.
The game against Bleed ended up, and I think 20 or 30 minutes later, we started to play in BIG.
No,
And
not even that. Not even that. It was, we finished the game. Everyone go get your jerseys on, put cams on, get ready to play next
Yeah,
game. It was
yeah,
literally that.
it
No
was
break.
like that. And yeah, exactly. Nothing to add. We started to suka play. I don't know. At the can you check the time with against Paravision when play against Paravision when we started to play? It's
So you
like
played at 1.
it's 13 at 13, and against, yeah, and it's like 1 instantly playing against Big, and it's gonna be instantly against BIG, and it was like full run that we basically with ending game, cooking sandwiches, eating sandwiches, going to the next game, ends, getting some water, not even time for suka sandwiches, and instantly playing BIG.
Yeah, I mean, I think Blast were like accommodating, even though, you know, it's not nice to play 3 best of 3s back to back. I think they still allowed us to leave push our game back towards in the last time slot. But I think the problem was that the close qualifier had 2 best of 3s back to back, which I don't really think was that good either. It's just a bit weird to have the 2-1 game and then the 2-2 game like one after the other. I don't know. I feel like that should have been the one where they added an extra day, because I think if we look back at the last close qualifiers, I think it was like the 2-2
I
game
think it
on a
was
separate
like
day.
that, right?
Well, I don't know about CCT, Ryan, but I know Alyssa Compass that I work. It's always like your 2-2 games, the one before, and then the 2-1 or the 1-2 games are like the day before, and then always the 5th round of Swiss is the next day. Like I've never seen a 4th round of Swiss game, then a 5th round of Swiss game be back to back on the same day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such an important game as well, and just to have it like
Yeah.
back to back, it's rough. I don't know.
They just seems like they didn't care at all.
It depends
They
how.
just wanted to end it up fast.
Yeah. It depends how lucky you get with your previous game. Because let's say you play a 2-1 game and then it's like a super close game, 2-1, you lose at the end, I don't know, like 13-11, or a team that loses 2-0, they get smacked. They have more time to like rest and even prep for the next game. But then the team that had the closer game, they played for longer hours and maybe they're more tired and they have to play, you know, like right after it. I don't think it's that good scheduling. So
Yeah, I think it's just a classic topic of discussion on the majority of these episodes. But anyway, we can move on, Ryan. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we've done Showdown now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah. Next up.
I agree.
Next
Both
up.
we.
Yeah. CCT Season 2 European Series number 8, Josh. Whatever. Just yeah.
We lost as well.
We'll keep
Oh,
scrolling
no.
down.
What do you mean?
no.
I don't, because I don't remember. There was a lot of the fucking tournaments.
You guys
Don't
got
remember. Even.
invited to the high seed, right? So obviously you just get straight into the playoff stage.
nice.
And opening game against Aurora Youngblood, your second was against Zero Tenacity, and then you bow out against Sinners. Do you want to maybe talk us through these games?
We fumbled so
no.
hard.
No, really, I don't remember these games.
Aurora, I remember the Aurora one. I
Yeah,
think
same.
Vertigo.
I remember Vertigo was hard to again because it seems Vertigo is still like putting a lot of the changes, a lot of the tactics, we're testing things, and that probably was the reason because we didn't have the confidence on this map. We didn't practice this that much to be ready to play an official, and we trolled, of course, because Aurora Youngblood are. If we want to be a good team, we need to smash those teams to 0 every time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we just sucked on Vertigo. I don't know. And I think the
Oh.
other two maps, I think Dusty and Anubis were like a better representation of how the game should have looked. But I don't think it's really an excuse to have
Yeah.
like a weaker map. I think
This game should be 2-0. That's only I will say. For us.
Fair enough. And then you play Zero Tenacity, right? And Josh, obviously we were talking about having these guys on a few episodes ago, and these guys are grinders, right? And I think the one thing that you had leg up over them in terms of this BO3 was removing Anubis, right? You obviously play Mirage and Inferno, and sure, the game's like down to like fine wires, but yeah.
I don't, honestly, Ryan, just like to jump in here, I don't know why more teams aren't doing this. Like, I've casted a shit ton of Zero Tenacity, and I remember doing like the maths on it. It was something like less than 3% of the time is Anubis being permabanned by the other team. And it's like, why? Like, Anubis is the only map that they beat everyone on. Why aren't teams just fucking banning Anubis?
It doesn't matter what they are good at it. You have a lot of the teams don't have 7 maps played. So for example, they have a map that they are not playing full. So yeah.
Oh yeah, but surely that's got to be better than playing them on Anubis, no?
No, it's like you have a map that you are not even playing, and you have Anubis that you can at least play. And for me, it's better to play a map that you at least can play. Yeah, it's we banned it because we playing 7 maps.
yeah, we were a bit fortunate, but I mean, it's kind of scary when you go on their team profile and you look at the map stats, and they have like how many Anubis has played in the last 3 months. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, there you go. Last 3
36,
months.
11
36
losses.
wins,
Like
11 losses. It's 47.
Damn. But by the way, the 4-13, I was playing in it.
Get on it, Flamus, mate. Yeah.
I fucked them. So I am not afraid.
wait,
Wait, what? It's not me. There was another game. I'm saying there was another game on Anubis with me. So how you call them good? Nemiga with coach, suka, fuck them.
Is this where you want me to have a look through and find it?
There was another game. I'm saying there was another game on Anubis where I played and I fucked them.
And then you play Sinners, right? And I think obviously for you guys, you probably wanted to show like a little bit better performance than what we saw here. But Josh, I think it's safe to say, like we were talking about this, I think last episode or 2 episodes ago, Oscar, fucking, you know, all nothing but respect to him. Fucking ancient dude when it comes to like the grand scheme of Counter-Strike, right? He's 33 years old. And he's been playing in like tier 2 for so long. And I don't know what it is, but in the last few months, Josh, we said it as well in the last couple of episodes, this guy is just hitting all sorts now. Like he's beginning to peak again in Counter-Strike, which is just unbelievable to say. How was it?
Pro.
How was it playing him and I guess the whole team of Sinners? Because as we said, sort of like as an outside perspective, Oscar is farming.
You can check fun fact about this game. Less than I think 15 hours before, we beat them to 0. If I'm not wrong, on the
Yeah.
another tournament in Atlanta, probably in open
Okay.
qualifier to
Yeah,
Atlanta.
If
Yeah,
you
when
scroll
we
down, I think it will show.
yeah
Yeah.
we beat them like 15 hours before that.
Yeah.
It was
And,
it was annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, and the next 15 hours we are playing against them again, and for us it was tough day before. I don't know, maybe it was we didn't have enough energy. I don't remember. I remember they just went into reserve and they smacked us. No, nothing.
No,
They played pretty good,
I
and we
think they
played bad.
I think they just had really good prep, to be honest, because obviously in the open qualifier, I don't think they had time to prep.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest difference between that game and this game now was like just the fact that they had time to prep. So maybe they had like some crazy anti-strat that like helped them a lot.
Well,
If I'm by the way not wrong, I think we played Anubis as well, and we didn't play Nuke before that. Yeah.
yeah, it was
We,
Dust
we
2.
played. It was
Yeah.
Dust 2, and this is I think this is, and I think they like get the experience from Anubis, and they had they did a good prep, and they won us. Nothing to add. They are good. Oscar is a goat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're doing
actually
good.
mention this like quite frequently when I'm casting on broadcasts of if a team in like even a week, like let's say like a handful of days, plays the exact same veto in a rematch, they always lose the second time around. Like I'm convinced with that. So Volt, tell Ash he needs to change the veto up if you're rematching Sitters 15 hours later.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should get Dash in to play because apparently being 33 isn't an issue for Oscar. So
Maybe not. Yeah.
I can leave a spot, no problem.
I think the last event for us to talk about, Josh, is Yala Compass 2024 summer, right?
Oh, get in.
Yeah, I must admit, I think I said this in a previous episode as well, Josh. Like, I'm a big fan of some of the teams that are being invited now, and like some of the like the quality that we're seeing out of like main Swissers and even contenders, right? It's like some of the teams are insane. Obviously, this one's ongoing. You guys have played one game, fucking Sinners again, by the way. Probably a grand
Same
time
veto,
for you.
yeah.
We'll have a quick check, see what the veto's looking like here. Inferno, Anubis, Ancient, and
Nubis
Already another
did
map.
get win.
Yeah.
Did get win. Oh, no Mirage is a decider though.
oh god,
Yeah.
don't look at the last map. Jesus, let's
Oh,
close
wow.
this link.
How did that
Oh,
happen? Yeah.
we tested out our ancient.
What
we
were you
tested out.
testing?
It was a quick test.
Yeah, we just tested out. Okay, boys, we didn't play ancient official for like 2-3 months. It's time.
Yeah.
It was first official with Eric, and we actually were trying to put a lot of work in an ancient, but there are some things that aren't really working. We need to get more into that map, and I will say we will get better. And if we're gonna play them in the next month in ancient, I will be confident. It's not gonna be 13-0.
Can you check the VOD on that one, Ryan? Does
Yeah.
the VOD still active?
yeah, it still exists.
For sure.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play the sound and it's me.
No,
But yeah,
no.
fair enough.
Oh,
yeah.
I can. Well, you won't be able to hear it, mate. So it doesn't
Oh
matter
yeah,
if-
okay, yeah, yeah. But
There,
yeah, I cast that game.
there are watts of it.
Did you cast it?
Yeah, this game, yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Ah.
I'm sorry. You had
Oh
to watch
yeah,
that.
very much so. I was very firm. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, this was shit.
Oh.
This
No,
Oh.
no problem to making you work less. No
yeah,
problem.
no, yeah, bro.
Ah, you're
but
welcome.
the thing is, you know, it's actually better because I get paid per series. So yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much, Thomas.
No problem.
He'll send you
I
the
think in
invoice
the-
later,
but-
Josh. Yeah.
No, but next time for us 13-0, I will try my best.
Yeah. Oh, that's what needs to happen. Maybe just like win it in 2-0, so then we don't even have a map.
Sure.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Um,
You got ITB. Was that tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be. Oi, it's пиздец. It's gonna be now in the morning. I will not able to even wake up.
9
Oh,
a.m.
you got the
game for
9
me.
a.m. games. Oh, get in.
Yeah.
You and Ash are
At
gonna
least-
love that.
At
Seb.
least for me, it's. Wait, is it? What is time? It's 10 set or
yeah, it'll be 10
yeah,
CET,
it is.
yeah.
10 set.
11
So
for
for
you.
so
You're
for me,
fine.
it's at least it's 11. I can
that's
at least
okay.
sleep. At least I can sleep till 9. But boys,
Boys won't be
Oh.
sleeping well. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it'll be fun. I don't think I played ITB since I left the team, so it'll be the
Yeah.
first time.
Is that fun?
They're coming for revenge, Seb.
We'll see about
We have the RMRs to talk about. Obviously for you, Seb, it was heartache last RMR as you were saying, and then obviously was spurred a second chance. And I think for you in this event, it's safe to say that it felt like you were spared a big chance in this one as well, right? In that game against Bleed and the massive comeback that you mounted. We can have a look over everything though, because I think a lot of familiar names that you've been playing in officials in this one. Like it was very. I would say this side was a little more competitive than the other, Josh. Like Quali A compared to Quali B, in terms of like some of the top names at least.
Maybe I'm not sure on that one, to be honest.
Really? All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll have a look through. Your opening game was against Rhino Esports.
Didn't wake up.
Yeah. Is that the reason?
Блять, I don't know what to say. We played like full shit.
We played scared. That
Yeah, we're like, maybe it was because of the pressure. Like first game RMR, and for example, for them they are coming as a decider team. For what I mean that they are coming as a team that you are not expecting. We're coming from the side of winners too much, and they're coming to the side of losers to this match. And this is working on psychological factors. For example, for them, it's easier to play, in my opinion, against us because nobody expects them to win. And nobody waits from them. It's like, no, I expected to win them pretty hard. But from their side, they showed really good game. But as I remember, it's good for them that they show this game, but I remember this game and they didn't play it actually like good. We just trolled ourselves for sure. We were like it was feeling that because of the pressure we're just not playing our game. Yeah, we're just trying to remember everything. When these teams, when you need to fully confident come to the confidently come to the match and just smack the team. It's like you just come in and play in Counter-Strike. You don't need more to just play your not even best. You can just play your normal and you will win that kind of team. And we just didn't even play our normal because we've been overthinking ourselves and we didn't stick to the rules that we had. We started to did some wrong moves. And I remember I was doing mistakes this game as well. But then we just stepped up. Yeah. And
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these teams, Josh, that take that are more like favourites to qualify, right? The teams that we're expecting to go through, do usually have the pattern of like if they lose early to a team that's worse off in the RMR. Like we do usually see, even in the RMRs themselves, it's usually like a wake up call, right? It's like a bit of a slap in the face, like cold water on the face kind of thing, where it's like, fucking get a move on. Like we've got work to do. You played this TSM side, and I think for those that are maybe a little more out of the loop, we're not talking about the disaster project that TSM had. They rebuilt into this Danish side, right? And I don't think we've talked to many guests that have played this TSM side, especially when the stakes were this high. What's your thoughts on this new side? I guess, Seb, like for you, and for you, FL4MUS, like what do you think about this new side? Because I think a lot of people would have seen it as maybe as a downgrade in terms of name state, but it does feel like this TSM roster is better than the last one.
it is better.
I mean, they have an identity now. I think the last one was international, and it was just 5 random players. It wasn't that much interesting. There wasn't anything interesting to look at when you look at the team. But I guess now that at least they're full Danish, they have like some good names playing in the team as well. I think they've also I think they started slow, but they've slowly started to play better and better after every game. And I think in our game against them, maybe we played Nuke, right? I think it was.
Yeah, it was Nuke.
The scoreline was like 13-3 or something, but I think it was a bit closer than the score show. Yeah, I think there was a lot of close rounds. And I think after the first game that we lost, everyone just wanted to show a better game than we did against Rhino. So I think it kind of gave us a boost in a way. I also think they kind of fumbled a lot of rounds as well. There was so many situations that we kind of just managed to pull out of nowhere. A lot of like 4v2s, clutches, and yeah, I think if we compared the GamerLegion that played against TSM to the one that played against Rhino, it was like completely different.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think they're really good, to be honest. Compared to what they had before, it's like night and day, personally.
Yeah, I think their problem was that they gave us to play our game. I will say like that. Like we've been just doing something, and they just gave us to do it. I remember that game because when we're doing aggression, it's been working. We've been playing passive. We've been outplaying them. Like everything was working for us, and nothing was working for them. Even in the close rounds, clutches. We've been just better at everything this day. I don't know how they're playing actually because I'm never really interested in other teams. I'm not watching how they're playing at their matches, but I don't know. If for example, I cannot be sure that if we're gonna play against them, score gonna be the same. Yeah, because that kind of games is just everything was everything was good for us and everything was bad for them. We won every duel, we won every clutch, we won everything been working for us. Yeah,
Yeah, I think what's more impressive is that they actually managed to turn it around after being 0-2
yeah,
down. So
yeah. This is good.
that was really nice from them.
Opposite for Bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only thing with those, like you mentioned it being a good turnaround, I would say that there was two teams in this RMR Ryan that just like frauded their way into it. I'd say Rhino is one. Like I don't know how they did it. Like obviously it's Valve ranking, right? But in how they play and what their results are, they didn't deserve to be here like at all. They really weren't playing well in the lead up to the RMR, and that's why they pretty much bombed out and then made roster changes, which we discussed on the last show. And then the other one was Unity. Like I kind of looked at them. I know they've been like tier 2, 3 players in the local scene for a really long time. I never rated any of them, but fair play to them because they've actually had an insane run. Like they've proved so many people wrong by qualifying to the RMR, and that's easily like the biggest achievement for all 5 of those players,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
That's a big achievement, but I think on RMR it's not gonna be the
Oh, yeah.
same. It's gonna be much harder for them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like way like, and the same thing if, for example, we're gonna play if a game against Reno was online, I think we will like smash them as well. I think this is like online team. I don't have anything against them, and I never really watched playing them, but I think it's like I tell aura of onliners. I will say like that. It's coming from them, and I think they will choke on Narmar.
Fair enough.
All right, we can go into that game against what is it, Lecro and the boys. That was actually quite close.
No Joel, no food.
I mean, yeah.
Leave it at
Not much
that.
to
Yeah.
say about that.
In my opinion, it needs to be more better for us result. We should win it, not 13.
I think we were like 12-7 at one point, and we kind of like started letting go of it.
Yeah.
Towards the end, it was like 4 rounds.
Yeah.
It got closer than it should have been, and I think a big problem that we had was our economy. Kind of like it was just hanging on.
Isn't it was like that we choked some rounds where we were like more than them? I mean, we were like 4 alive, they've been 2, and we just trolled them.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think there was one round. I think yeah, I remember this round. It was a round where a comeback start. I think there one of the four rounds that they won. I think the first one we just choked our win round, and after that they felt the power, but we shut it down at the end.
And then obviously game after that would have been the one against where are we?
Paravision?
Yeah,
Drama?
Paravision.
Drama.
Drama.
Yeah.
I
that
mean,
was...
not gonna say anything, but
Yeah,
I'm not,
just insinuate it, Seb. Like,
Yeah.
In my
yeah.
opinion,
Well,
it felt like they're for real. As we know that they've been on boot camp and they said that the coach wasn't here, but probably he was, and you cannot like prove anything. But anyway, they're good. They're honest. They're good for them. And if like if they deserve to win, they will good show result on RMR. If they don't deserve, they will go out of RMR. Nothing you can say about it. But in my opinion, I think they just played with the coach. It's like nothing you can say. You cannot guess. Was he? Wasn't he? It's just I think he was, and RMR will show everything.
Yeah, there we go. We're waiting for GamerLegion versus Paravision at the RMR. That's the
Oh,
draw that
yeah.
everyone's hoping for.
Yeah, Kicker versus Ash on LAN.
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
I remember on Mirage, I did пиздец highlight on B side.
Is it there? Oh, there's no highlight. There's no like highlight button.
highlights.
Oh, that's a shame.
Too shit of a tournament.
It's gonna be in my heart.
Yeah,
for my
he'll
whole life.
remember forever.
Yeah.
And then obviously we were talking about this game against Bleed, guys, and
You made Bleed make changes?
yeah, yeah.
No, I think it doesn't matter because even if they qualify to RMR, they will lose it and they will do changes. I don't think it seems like something is would not working for them. I will not say that they have a bad lineup. They have experienced players. I'm not gonna say that they're bad. For example, some players from Apex, the Knock, I think, yeah, and JKM was playing in Apex, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's like they're not bad. They've been qualifying to major. They've been playing on major. They've been going short results, but something is just not working for them. There is like I don't know what to say else. And when you're playing against them, you don't feel energy coming from the team. Even when for example, some teams, for example, if you will play against Spirit and you will lose 3-12, it's they're like have it. They're suka holding your neck and not letting you go. Against them, there was nothing. You didn't like feel anything because there was a lot of the close rounds where we just we get unlucky. Some of the DASA we did stupid mistakes that we won't do it next round, and round by round we score big game to this, but. If we win, then we deserve to win, and they played. And if they don't deserve, then they don't deserve, and they need to lose. And yeah, even when it was 3-12, I will say from my side, I didn't felt any pressure. Pressure. This is the word. I didn't felt pressure from them coming. They've been just playing game, just like it's like that power came from. It was aura coming from them. This energy been coming from, and no energy. I mean. And we've been just playing our game. We've been just, you got an entry, you played, I reset.
Now that I look at it, I see the clutches won. We made a comeback, but they actually won 5 clutches. So I don't even know how that game went, but they won 5 clutches in that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like they've been winning every round, every clutch, and anyway, we managed to win this game because when we've been winning rounds, there was no clutches. We didn't won any lucky rounds. There was no gifts for us from them. We won that game by our energy, by our power, our energy, and but they like won the clutches. Even yeah, I don't know what else to add.
Yeah. It is a sick comeback because not only is it a massive deficit, but it's the fact that you fucking lost the anti-force 5 round, so your money is just awful
as well, yeah.
for that next round. So yeah, I mean, look, I know that there was another map as a decider, but to be able to come from 3-12 down and qualify to the RMR is pretty sick. And then I casted Bleed only the other day, Ryan, and they've got Han standing in for Nork, and then Vladen is also standing in for Cypher. And I think that they're standing in for the entire tournament of Compass, so that maybe gets everyone a bit of a tell that it's not just one game, then it's going to be a few more.
Wait, they're played on RMR next game with another players?
No. This was a different tournament, like after this game.
From my side, it was pretty sad actually that it was an elimination game against Cypher. Like it would have been cooler if it was another game, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty brutal to say the least. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about them, Ryan, because I think obviously it's a LAN team on paper, but you've got to come through these online like qualifiers and shit to get to LAN, and it's got to be really frustrating because like they went out to India, they didn't make the playoffs there. They went to Mongolia, and that was funny enough. Actually, I think that was like the first or second tournament that Nork and Jacob had just joined the team when they go out there, and they like get to the grand final and they beat Aurora. They like took maps off of Mongols as well, and it's like your first LAN with the whole team is a grand final, and then since then you've been to India and that's it. Like you've just failed all of the LAN qualifications for just basically everything else.
Yeah,
Not online players, probably. I will say they will. For example, if we take our team as an example, we're all young, we have a lot of energy, we're like playing like we're all we've been playing 12 phases in a day, and they're not like that. Yeah, and. I will say a lot of the teams, even maybe even us, because we didn't play it on LAN. That a lot of no, we played only Blast, yeah. And I will say that on LAN they will be better for sure.
Yeah, but they've got to
Because
get there. That's the thing. Like,
yeah.
it-
They're maybe they're just not after all of their careers. It's not comfortable to them to play all of this online tournaments, and I can understand them.
yeah, I think the tough thing is that Vladen was like a really strong anchor for them, and then the Nexa call up comes in, and it's like, mate, you just got to go because like Nexa's more experienced. Like it makes so much sense, but then Nexa's not performing, and it's like, well, then do you bring Vladen
Well,
back? Like,
I
it's...
saw the rumor today on Twitter. I don't know how legit it is because obviously
Okay.
Kassad tweeted back and he was like, "Oh no, it's not true." But I did see that they were going to bring Vladen back in for I think it was like Hampus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I saw it as well. Yeah.
Really? That
Well,
seems
that was
troll,
the
but
was
yeah.
the rumor.
Okay.
And as you're right though, like I can't hate Bleed for making that change with Nexa, but you just got to think of their team cycle like as a history, and it's like you were finally seeing success out of that first iteration with Vladen and whatnot, right? And then
Still, yeah.
and then they bring in 2 changes, and I think outside looking in, all of their changes have made sense. Bringing in, Hampus, bringing in
Nork and Jacob.
Nork and Jacob from Apex, right? And then you make another change with Nexa coming in, and it's like every time that Bleed are going to start trying to build up, and you've given them enough time. We were saying this about the G2 situation, right, with Snacks going over. And I know it's not such an integral change when it comes to leadership changing and whatnot, like every single time. Maybe you don't give them, half a year, 3/4 of a year, but I'd like to see them stick about for a little bit longer because you have a look at the team and what they are and whatnot, and it's like.
The thing is,
what
I would
Nexa's
counter
been
that,
in this
Ryan.
team.
Yeah.
Go on.
The
Well-
thing is it's like if the opportunity comes, you can't turn it down, can you? Like,
No,
do you
I agree. As I said, I don't disagree with the fact that they made
Yeah.
these changes because it does make sense. You're bringing in more experienced people, but as everyone said here and is in agreement, this is a team that is built for LANs, and the only way that this team coming from scratch is going to make LAN is if they play well in online. And if you make changes every 2-3 months and you do all of this shit and you try and pile in new players and stuff, and it's like, sure, you in theory are making upgrades, but how the fuck is that going to help you in such a repetitive, such a forcing thing of tier 2 online CS, right? It's like if you can't handle the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. And for these guys, making a change every 2 months, you're giving them not even enough time to even get in the kitchen in the first place to try and cook up something before, oh fuck it, let's bring Nexa in. Oh, actually, I'm gonna switch out my anchor and my AWP for 2 Apex players and what, like, I don't know. It just feels like these changes, as I say, they make sense. You can't hate Kassad or the management or anyone behind Bleed because they logically do make sense. But I feel like there's just too many bonfires being pissed on for this team to, actually get somewhere in tier 2. And it does feel like if this change does come in again with this whole, plus Vladen situation, then I feel like the last 6 months of this team's existence has just been completely shot in the foot, and they're going to have to make another change and, rebuild more and acclimatize more, and I don't know.
I disagree with the. For me, bring next instead of Valden.
Yeah, Vladen, yeah.
Vladen. For me, it makes no sense because, in my opinion, teams and especially anchors right now, anchors should be the most crispy players in the team who have this such a good aim, a lot of the energy, and especially for the tier 2 teams, it's not a good option. When I first time saw that the next is coming to Bleed, I thought the next is going to in game leading. Because for me, in another way, it doesn't make sense for me to why you bringing him. I thought that everyone else is they're like Hampus is playing like anchor and next is calling, or not anchor. I mean, and next is just calling. But if next is not calling, he shouldn't be here. It's like there's no need for him. He's a good player. He won a lot of the things. I didn't. Cannot say that kind of things maybe, but in my opinion, this is full shit to change. This is there was no need to do that. If you want to bring if you want to bring experienced player, why? You don't have experienced player in your team? You have. Everyone absolutely played on CS10 a lot. Why you need more experience? Like if you wanna be more fresh, take a young player, not more like experienced player. There is no need for it. Like if we will look up individually, Vladan will be better than Nexa. And as an anchor, this is more powerful, like more powerful. Next, not even Colin. Like if Campos is Colin, and Nexa is not good at being anchor, maybe he's good in moves, but when people will come at him, he will not able to kill them all. In my opinion, this is full shit change roster. You can take Nexa, but if they take them instead of Hampus and he's in game leading, and you put Vladan as a guy who will kill everyone, this is good. This is yes. This I will agree with. Nexa had good experiences in game leading. He played in Jitsu. He have a lot of experience to call, not for play anchor.
Just to clarify, Josh, because I also thought it was that change Vladan for Nexa, but it was Vladan and Cirque bench at the same time for the Apex duo,
That's right. Yep.
So the change is actually minus Farvan plus Nexa rather than Vladan.
Yeah, but that was basically because they put Farfan in the anchor roles and he just couldn't do it because he's not a fucking anchor. So it was kind of like it was the roll-on effect basically of getting rid of Vladan in the first place. They just basically got their other
100%.
player to be. And look, it's tough. I think you can look at Tier 2 landscape for the last few years and say how many international teams from the get-go have been very successful. It's hardly any. So it is quite tough to be able to replicate results straight away, but this is gonna hurt the team not making it to the RMR for sure, and it's gonna be like a kick in the teeth to a lot of them because they would have felt like, I know obviously you guys beat them, but from their perspective they would have said it doesn't matter who we're playing at all in the RMR, we should be there, like we should be at that LAN event at bare minimum.
Yeah, I mean it's back-to-back majors that they just haven't been able to get to, so I think Casada has like he has like a big mission for the org, I guess, to make it to the major, and so far it hasn't been going well. And I think the pressure is just going to build on him to build a team that is going to make it eventually.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to talk about the RMR just a little bit more with some of the other teams, Ryan, while we're at it. I'm really surprised about, well, I'm not surprised, honestly, about ENTS. I think that was quite easy to see that these guys, for the better part of 3 months to 4 months now, have been really rough. So it was quite easy to look at them and say, mate, they're probably not going to make it to the RMR. But to lose out to Koi and Unity, like, that was a fucking disgrace. Like, how does ENTS lose to Unity in a best-of-1 at an RMR qualification? Like, I don't know. They've already, kicked the coach, but I think more changes are definitely going to be bound for them. Even one win, like, when the lineup first came together, I was like, yeah, this is pretty mid. And then they brought in a Hobbit, and I was like, oh, okay, it's actually kind of spicy now. And then the fucking most important tournament, they just get owned. Like, it is a rough draw of, I would say, Sangle in the first round. But even, like, Eklot in a best-of-1, like, they should be beating those guys. And, yeah, they weren't able to do that. I'm not sure how close that game was.
It was a 13-11.
They made the roster change as well, no? One win. I think after the second game, or the first game, they...
Wait, in between games?
Yeah.
Really?
They deleted the region.
Yeah, you can check the game.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
So I don't know what happened there, but it was like some
Probably
VP with Chiron situation, I think.
Yeah, they pick up Kronos from their academy, who's not this, I don't know, this level of player. I don't know. One win for me looks like they just build up a team. It's like Solar is Kazakh, Nilan is Kazakh, Booster is Kazakh, and they bring Hobbit, who is Kazakh as well. And for me, I don't know. You have Nilan, who is Colin, who is not good individually. You have Booster, who have a lot of experience, who is Owl. He is not bad at individually, but he is I don't know. For me, this is a roster. I don't know.
I think
It will not win anything. It will not. It will just need instead of booster they need more young player or put booster on an in-game leader and kick Nilon. There's like I don't know. They need to do something with that. They kicked Trujan, but I disagree with that because Trujan been a good aimer back in the days when he been playing in Arcade. And why he is not playing in 1v1? This is a big question. What's happening? Because probably he just don't have even a voice in this team. And Latic is like opera and opera. I can't say anything else. Like this is not the team that you're gonna win something. And I don't know why Hobbit went over here because for him it's a massive down. It's a massive down. But I don't
good
know.
for the team, but not for him.
I will not say that. This is the thing. For one win, it will change. I don't know if they will be 50-50. Now they're gonna be top 40. Nothing really gonna change because of the Hobbit. Because full team is still here. And they need full rebuild. Full rebuild. What right now is happening? It seems like Hobbit just went to the at the end of his career play with his friends. I cannot say anything else.
Yeah, when I've casted them, honestly, Ryan, it has been like the Ryujin and Laddick show. Like, if those two guys aren't hitting, then the team just loses. Like, basically every single best of 3. But, I mean, even still, like, with the experienced players they have, you shouldn't really be going 0-3. And then, yeah, like, Eklot, I think we spoke about it on a previous episode. They basically kicked Blitz and had Neofrag, and then they kicked Neofrag and they brought Blitz back, and then they fucking qualified to the RMR. So it's like a really crazy change of events for them.
I remember the same story was with Sasha. Sasha Kwerts or Kvez, who is playing in this team. I don't remember the
Quez?
nickname of
Okay,
Kvez. They, I remember when I was playing in Nemiga, we played against them. We beat them. They kicked Quest. They bring him back. Or maybe I'm wrong. They didn't kick him. It was something like they didn't play with Quest. They were playing coach, and then they come back and they're starting smashing everybody. And they make it to. It was they qualified to tier 1 LAN.
Yeah, the
ESWC,
Compass event.
They did
Yeah,
both,
yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah, and they actually did a good result over here. And what happening with Eklot been a kind of good team for a long time, I will say. They've been good in the past, then I think they had a down. Now they're coming up again. It's like they're players just play with each other for a long time. It's like one day you will get better, and if you're going down and down, someday you will go up.
I think
wise words.
just one other thing as well, Josh, is that I couldn't think of the last time where I saw two teams go from 2-0 to 2-3 in the
It's a
in the
big choke
closed
for
quali.
Koi because they
Yeah.
made the last major, didn't they? Like,
Correct.
not only
Yeah.
did they get the RMR, but they made the
Yeah.
major. So to not even make the RMR after being 2-0 up, and like the draw is okay. Like they got Sinners. Okay, maybe that's a tough one, but fuck that game against Unity.
Unity.
I casted. I think I streamed that game. I don't think I casted it. I just streamed that game, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening? Like, how are they losing to Unity? This is just. It just doesn't make any sense."
I think
I
the
don't know,
difference between the last RMR and this one is, or this close qualifier, is that they don't have Alex anymore, right? I think I'm
Yeah.
not sure who's IGLing now, but I'm pretty sure that would have probably
Yeah.
hurt them a lot losing their
No,
Yeah.
they
IGL.
didn't. They didn't have Alex last time. Last
Yeah.
LAN.
They did, no? I'm pretty sure
No,
they
no,
did.
no.
Because the last RMR
he-
it was the old NIP lineup.
No. It's right now they don't have Alex Heeman.
Now they, now they don't, but they had
and
them
Seb
last
was
time.
talking about the last one.
So I'm saying that they've had like a downfall kind of since losing Alex.
They didn't have Alex at the last RMR.
Didn't they?
No, not Koi. He was gone by then.
I don't know.
Really?
Our group seems like the most I don't know, surprise group because all of the giants of CS scene that was like everyone was predicting them to come at 3-0, 3-1, they're just choked. And the ends 0-0, in my opinion, is the roster that they have, the players that they have, they're good. And Monte, Koi, who else it was? It was Koi, Monte, Anse, they all need to qualify. They needed to qualify. It's
Yeah, I think the difference
it's
between
surprise.
A and B is that I think in B the teams they expect to qualify qualified, but in A a lot of the teams that should have qualified, and it was interesting to see like on this table is that 5 of the teams that made it lost the first game as well. So
Yeah.
I think it just proves that I guess the first game doesn't matter that much. I think the second one, as long as you go 1-1, it's not the end of the world in these kind of tournaments.
And this tournament doesn't matter even if you lose 2, you can still come back from.
Oh yeah, but it's hard. It's really hard.
But TSM did it.
They did it.
Yeah.
Without even dropping a map too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bait did it as well. But who they have? Bait?
Captain Kirker and all that.
Reno, they won Rio. Okay, but how they won Monte? No idea.
I guess moving on from the RMRs, maybe Josh.
Yeah, I don't really have too much else. I'm done now.
Yeah, there you go. He's throwing the toys out the pram. I'm sick of the RMRs. Move on. We have some roster changes to talk about. You know, we're already discussing some of them, and then we'll make our dream teams in a little bit. I think first one we wanted to talk about is the fact that Nickelback and Lollipop 21K now become free agents, right? They're
Where do they go, FL4MUS?
No idea. No idea.
Not yet.
Nickelback is, in my opinion, probably better individually right now because he is getting older and older. He understands the game good, but I think for him, if he wants to keep on playing CS, for him it's time to go coach probably. And Lollipopic, I don't know actually. Like he was so good back in the days when something's I don't know about. I just can't say nothing. I just know he's been playing in better with Masval and Set and Ganginho even. I think Lollipop has been playing with Ganginho. And this is sort of team that's been accused on a lot of the stuff. And I know a lot of the stuff about them. And that Lollipop been playing in this when he came to this team, was a full shock for me. Because it was, in my opinion, a reputation about Lollipop in my eyes just went...
Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, I don't know why is he not coming back. I don't know. He been playing in the media team, with some streamers. That's all that I know about him right now, and it was like 2 weeks ago maybe. And he was playing for a media team, some open qualifiers, and he been streaming. And right now he's a streamer. He have like 400, 500 viewers. That's all that I know about him.
Can I just say, Tim, I love it how you're just like flaming all of these players when all you've beaten on LAN is the fucking dad's team of the Chinese fellas in Chengdu.
True. I'm just saying my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I know that I'm not Suka the best, and I know that I know my place, but they are shit. But I don't give a fuck. Like, to be honest, I'm like saying my opinion, and you can say, and you can do anything about it. I will just say it, and you will hate it, you will love it. I don't care. I'm just saying like what I think.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
A quick interim question from the Twitch chat comes from ZTR. What does Volt use for his hair routine?
I don't use anything.
Oh, it was on stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't know?
No, I did not. I should have posted it in some of my media sources.
He should have got the Madagascar line out there.
Yeah. There you go. Next one, Josh. You know, I'm gonna take the helm of this one because I've got some serious fucking flaming to do, man.
Get in there, man.
This team, Fireflux, announced their entry into CS2. Paz, Soulfly, Sensei, Skrunk, Banjo, Hardstyle as their coach. Disgusting team. We'll
Fire team.
Yeah, you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's nice to see Banjo again. You know,
yeah,
I
was gonna say that.
Rising.
Yeah,
I think after Havu, he kind of got messed over. I think in that team.
I was gonna say, I think for individuals, that's cool for Banjo seeing him back. The other 4, yeah, whatever, man. You enjoy the doldrums of tier 2. I really don't think this team's gonna do well. I say no flame. I'm in too deep to say no flame now, aren't I? But I mean, Paz is 27. Soulfly.
He's retired as well. Like he hasn't played in ages.
I was gonna say. Soulfly as well. I think he caught the really short end of the stick on Sangal, he's what 20 years old. He's actually a really young player, and I think he has got a future ahead of him. Do I think this is the right team? Absolutely not. You've got Sensei as well, who, oh man, he's been around the block and done fuck all, isn't he? Really?
Which one? Which one?
The Austrian Orpa played on.
Okay.
Uh,
Who played for Sangal, yeah.
yeah, so he was on Peak Esports back in the day, Josh. Then played on Sangal for a year, and then was inactive on Sangal for another year, and then went to Big Academy. And he hasn't actually played in a team since the 3rd of August 2023. So he's come back a year of absence, looking to do absolutely fuck all now on CS2 as well. And then Banjo. I will say I was actually a big fan of Banjo when, obviously, as you were saying, Seb, you know, you were teammates in Fnatic Rising, and I think he actually had a lot of promise back then. But again, his story is quite similar. He hasn't played Counter-Strike since the 2nd of April of 2024. So he's been out of action for what, 6-7 months now.
Yeah, well, he was just on the retirement home of Harvu for the last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly that. And you know, he's done fuck all on this side of CS2 as well. So I don't know, man. I think this team goes nowhere. If anyone else wants to say anything, that's cool. But I've said
honestly,
my piece.
I just realized that what team you're talking about. It's Pizdец. It's like basically all the Sangal roster
rejects
with Nahui Pass, who wasn't playing CS for last I don't know how much time, and the Banjo who's been playing only in tier 2 teams for no, maybe even less tier 3 I will say. I don't know where this team will go.
Yeah.
I cannot say anything. Maybe they will start to play actually good, but doesn't look like it.
To be fair to Scrunk, he actually got a decent-looking Sangal team before the new Sangal team with pretty shit pieces. Like, he didn't really have the best of players on that organization, and he actually got them to a somewhat decent level. The announcement video was fire, to be fair, Ryan. They had them, like full having these, like, SWAT army vests and, like, guns doing... Mate, I was like, all right. They've got money, this org. The boot camp looks sick. Like... Everything about it looked pretty good except the players. So
yeah, I was gonna say, if you got money, pay for better players, man. That's all I have to say.
These guys might be the goats of tier 2 in like a month's time. So
look, I've said my piece now. I'm in the deep end. Like if they do well, then I expect full flame on Twitter, to be honest. But I don't see anything happening with this team. In complete honesty, I really don't.
I agree.
It is worrying, like how inactive I think all of them have been. So yeah, I mean, Paz hasn't played in 2 years. I think on average the rest haven't played in over 6 months. So it'll be rough.
Yeah, they're trying to bandwagon off of the Eternal Fire lads and see if they can get another high-end team with the Turkish scene, but seems unlikely. The Enterprise guys dropped their roster. I remember at the time of the last RMR circuit, they got picked up. I think they were like ex-Thunderflash, and then they qualified to the RMRs. They got picked up under Enterprise that used to be like Slovak, Czech organization with those kind of teams. They all got dropped. You got anything here, Tim?
Klameshka goat.
I don't know.
That's so like out of context.
No, he was in game leading for Enterprise in the past when they've been playing Thunderflash, the most accused team in the history of Counter-Strike in free-to-2 and cheats. Let's go. I hate them. No, maybe Zero Tenacity, they are on the same level.
Is the reason they got dropped like just because they failed RMR?
I think the post I looked at looked like because they failed to make the qualification, they're just dropping them, and then it looks like the team is completely disbanding, like they're not sticking together. Okay. Already a few of them have, I think Friend is playing with Permitter, because they just got rid of their AWP as well. So like I'm sure they'll move around. You got like a Lumina, fucking Permitter, got a few of those Polish teams, so they'll probably all just move around a little bit.
Yeah,
I think Thunderflash gave up this roster not because of this. Klameshka is still in the Thunderflash roster. He was in game leading, and if you look at the right now roster of Thunderflash, it didn't seem like they want to qualify to major because you don't know a single player from their team.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it was team for getting money.
The paycheck stealers, Ryan.
Yeah.
Probably they're working on it hard right now to get money. Nice.
Well, the few of those in the scene.
Big accusations here, Tim.
Yeah.
I because I hate all of that stuff. This team Thunderflash beat me a hell of amount of
FL4MUS,
times.
Are you talking about the right players here? This is like the Badge Me Exist Demho Sobel team?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, just in case.
Just
yeah.
He's doubling down on
just
it.
confirming.
Yeah,
Just to name them, yeah.
yeah. They fucked me a lot of the times, and they fucked me not because they're good. They fucked me because they have something in their computer plugged in. So I just hate them. I'm sorry. This is just my opinion. Can be not true. They can be good. I love everybody. They're good persons in real life.
Man, Ash is pulling the plug so quickly
Oh,
here.
no.
He's getting in the TeamSpeak and saying, nah, this can't go on.
Oh no, Tim.
Ash
Oh
has
no.
just put in the chat saying, "Is it too late to lawyer up?"
I can already see that CS2_news Twitter account, just like quoting everything he just said.
It's already been tweeted. Yeah.
Похуй. No, похуй. I was saying this on my streams always, but I just don't have viewers, and it wasn't posted. And I was actually been saying this a lot of the times, and I will add. It was about past. About right now Enterprise, I will not say a word. They've been playing actually like sometimes
good, right?
Good
Yeah,
CS, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm true. Everything stopped when they came to Enterprise, and Klameshka still been staying in Thunderflash, and this is teams that I hate so much. No, Thunderflash, Enterprise right now, right now they're good. In the past, I hate them.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Okay, there we go.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Oh, Monty's part way with LMBT. Navarro
Yeah,
comes
we
head
spoke
coach.
about that in the last show, didn't we? Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
we were like, what's the whole situation with him speaking Polish? I think we were all under the assumption we don't know, but I think we do know now, right?
Yeah. Permit a part ways with Sparvacus.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
And
With
obviously
like,
with Friend coming
friends.
in. Yeah. And then Duke Fishura is the new coach of GR Gaming.
Yeah, he is the GOAT from the Kazakhstan scene.
He is coaching for who?
GR, they qualified to the Asia RMR.
Oh, JR, yeah.
Yeah.
The Duke Fisura isn't good back in the days. I remember I played a lot of against him. I remember I even played against him on LAN, and he is good. He understands game pretty well. I
Yeah.
think this is so good for them, and this is probably a reason why they qualified. Maybe I don't know about anything about closed qualifiers, but I think I don't know on what kind of level, because let's be honest, Asian closed qualifier, if we compare to EU closed qualifier, it's another levels, and I just don't know how, if they qualify to major, then we will see like how they actually playing good.
They'll
Good
probably
or not,
get 2-0 by Dwellers in the end.
but Duke Fissura is a good pick for them for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they upset quite a lot of
Yeah,
teams,
I was
actually.
going to say in this particular event, Josh. I think just some of the names that they went through, right? Upper bracket win over Atox Gaming. They beat Shingi's Warriors, right? Which is like that's the Mongolian team, and then they played Atox again in the finals. It would have been nice to have seen them play IHC. I think that would have like really rounded out their run to solidify.
I mean,
No
to be who was it? Hang on, let me just double check.
No idea who you're
Atox
talking
team.
about.
No, the Atox team is actually very good. That's like the Cabal, Annihilation, and Dobu team.
Annihilation. I have bad memories of Annihilation. Like he annihilated my team in the game once. I think his name is he's him.
I will check who they won.
Yeah, so they're like the Far East Russian players. So that's why they can play in this rather than basically the EU RMR.
Yeah.
But yeah, they upset quite a few teams. So yeah, he joins them going into the Asia. I can't see them making it to the major. I think the Asia RMR is actually quite stacked, and they'd have to. I mean, I haven't heard of any of these guys. I've casted them a few times, like in ECL Asia, I think, but yeah, none of them have kind of known at all.
Yeah. A couple more, Josh, or at least one more for us, is Alex Sonfan goes to coaching, from coaching Astralis Talent to being the assistant coach for Astralis.
Yeah, he used to be a player. I remember casting him in like the low-level Danish teams.
The AGF days, right?
Yeah, he played there on AGF. Yep. So that's a pretty big opportunity, to be honest. Like going from coaching basically shitters to like actually being an assistant coach of a main team.
This
So-
podcast is like flame podcast. I feel like.
Yeah.
No,
Welcome,
no,
Seb.
we don't
Yeah.
do that here, yeah.
I cannot say a single thing about this. I don't know. Like maybe he's good, maybe he's not. I have no idea.
Yeah, he
Absolutely.
just old school IGL, been around the scene for a while. And then ReTr00, someone that I went to that LAN with in Norway last year, he was coaching the 00 Prospects guys, which was like the Spook, Rolf, LNZ team. And he also coached the Apex Rebels. He's now the new coach of Astralis Talent, so they've kind of changed spots a little bit there. I do wonder if you can get this link up. I know it's not really tier 2, but of the Zoma
bro.
kick. For anyone that hasn't seen this, so Zoma used to coach Nine Pandas and had kind of been with like the C's team.
Oh,
of
this
Trident
is
and
one.
Cyber Legacy.
This is
It's
fucked
a
up.
it's
Yeah,
a
I
sad
saw
clip.
this.
It's a
It's a
sad clip.
пиздец. It's a пиздец.
И так далее.
I'm full sad about Homa.
What is this, man?
I don't know. Like it's like when Electronic went, he was what the fuck are you talking about to me? I will нахуй stand up, I'll beat your ass. I don't know. Like it looks like that. It is, and Shame is not giving his hand. It's пиздец.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
side
know.
eye as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I remember even I had a same talk with Seb. Remember, like one day ago, it was or 2 days ago, where I said, "Coach for me, it's like the most like it's a main guy in a team that you cannot say no to him. If he said that is selected, that is right, and like that this is happening." This is I don't know. It's like no idea. It's probably I don't know why they even need coach if they are not listening to if they got a coach if he get 9 pandas to a good result. They qualified to major last time, yeah, but they didn't get through because of the visas and stuff. And I don't know. This is like for me. I don't have words. I was so sad about it. I'm not positive about it. Like
Yeah.
to create to if we're talking about VP, first of all, they have such their own style of playing CS, not from the like they're playing not like another teams, and also the first of all they bring in first of all player, then they're bringing coach and saying you work with that you have over here, because most of the time you're taking a coach making roster for himself. This is like how everything works, even in professional sports. Yeah, there's a lot of times where a new coach is coming and he's deleting half of a team and he's taking new players, and because it's always been like that, and they just gave him 3 months nahui to recreate a new style to VP with the new players that he cannot do anything about it is like so strange for me. It's like VP have the most strong roster of CIS and in the world if you just look at the names and what is happening. It's like I don't know. For me, it's full shock.
Yeah, that clip is like actually difficult to watch, Ryan. Like it's
Yeah.
just so bullshit. Like it really is. So that's like the lowest of the low. So again, I wanted to show it in case no one else saw it, like in the viewers, but I couldn't believe what I fucking saw there. Like that is such a troll.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have no respect from the players, how are you meant to coach a team? He is.
Well, that's
you
why he's
can't-
out, right? Like that's
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
It's really is like sad for him, to be honest.
Without sounding too rude, I hope they like not hate, but I hope they get everything that comes to them with the backlash in this, because it's so unacceptable on
It's just
every
disrespectful,
level.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I will add if I'm not wrong, I remember that Homa, his nickname is right as Homa, not Xoma. It's H on Russian, Homa, and he is when he's been coaching to Nine Pandas, he always been like that. He was sort of like this, walking around, he's screaming, and if you look at this clip, he's completely different and seems like he's trying to fun up. He's saying things, he's smiling. He never been like that. He was getting bullied or what? I don't know. Like why he changed? It's like when he was from that man that if you're looking, yeah, this is suka coach. He's evolving, yeah, he's doing stuff, and from here he is just like I don't know. I don't know. I can't even say anything. It's like he's unacceptable. This is the only word that I can say. This is unacceptable. This is like, if you are not listening to coach, fine, full salary, нахуй.
I
That's
think we can
really
end there,
sad.
Ryan. I don't really have anything else on the changes.
Yeah, fuck you, VP. And last but
No.
not least,
Hey,
No.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Just if anyone
I'm
clips,
not, I'm not,
I'm not a
I'm
part
not
of this.
saying
I'm
that
not a
as
part
well.
of this. Just making
I
sure.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm
not saying
messing.
that
I'm
as
VP,
well.
you're doing
I'm
great.
not saying that as well. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that as well.
I'm only messing. I'm only messing.
But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but fuck VP. No, yeah. No.
No.
Yeah. One more thing. My favourite part of the show, Josh, we get to ask you guys for your tier 2 dream teams. If you don't know how this works at home, we'll be asking Volt and FL4MUS for their tier 2 dream team. Gents, we'll be asking Volt to go first. You get to pick yourself, and well, you can pick yourself, but you have to make up a team of 5 players that you're going to represent as your tier 2 dream team. We have a couple of rules. You can't pick the same person as someone else. So Volt, you pick Simple. FL4MUS can't pick Simple. Obviously, you can't pick Simple anyway. But you know, just as an example.
We need to make tier 2 team, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
we
It's
do-
just
we-
tier 2.
One team each
You
Yes.
pick one player each. Yeah. So Volt will pick one.
for the same team.
FL4MUS. No. Different
teams.
teams.
Oh, okay.
So Volt will pick one player, then FL4MUS will pick one player, and we'll keep going until you both have 5. You can pick yourself. You can pick up to one teammate to be in the team.
You cannot pick yourself.
You
You
can.
can.
If you want to pick
can.
yourself, you
Okay.
can pick yourself. So you can pick yourself. You can have up to one teammate, and you can't pick what a player what the other person has picked. So you know you can't pick the same person to go on each team.
Sure.
We'll be asking Volt to go first, and it is up to you to pick your first person in your tier 2 dream team, and we'll be ranking them or like voting which one is better at the end between me and Dweg.
Ooh, I mean, look, he's half banned. You know, he can still play. I'll get Joel in my team.
Bro,
You know,
absolutely. Fucking get
like,
in.
Yeah.
He can still play tournaments. You know, as long as it's not Akros, we're chilling. 135. Getting
I
all the
will
CTTs.
I will say that I would like to pick Donk 2022, 2023.
No,
No,
You cannot do that.
No.
Because then you'll be picking like Hellraiser Simple and fucking I don't know like yeah.
Okay, so, блять, who's playing on tier 2? Let me look. Wait.
Actually, it's easier now with HLTV since they've added like the
Yeah, I
full
was
ranking.
gonna say.
Okay, tier 2. I am. Wait, there's a lot of good people to pick. Okay,
Really?
for example, if I would my dream, блять, I will say сука, our team and that's all. No, easy.
Only one from our team.
Блять. Okay, I will pick me then as the first, just so I have time to think.
Okay, there you go. First person picked. Seb, back to you. You can pick a second person for your team.
I'll put myself. I'll join
Oh,
Joel.
the Seb
on
and
the-
Volt Joel. There we are. Get them all in.
Oh, that's already. We can stop there. I think that's already like easy
Bro,
win.
that's winning. That's winning.
Yeah.
I will create a Russian mega super team.
Okay,
Ooh.
I
Mega.
pick Exile.
that's
What?
tier 1.
You can't. They're tier 1 players, bro. Like,
Donk, Exile.
What do you mean? Top 35 нахуй right now. And then Valve
can't
rating
have
is
Axel, like,
No,
Top 50, top 50, Valve rating.
no way.
top 50 Valve rating.
No way.
Top 50
He's
Valve
been
rating.
top 20 before. What do you mean?
you can't have Axel. That,
Блядь!
That's cheating.
Okay. If like that, I will pick.
Oh,
Well,
I know.
maybe I will pick. Then, actually, if I'm creating a Russian team, I will pick a result as an anchor.
yeah. Okay. Are we getting result pre-drama or after drama?
What does it mean?
The 9 pandas result or the Aurora result? Which one do you want?
All.
Oh, he wants
The whole
full
package,
Yeah. yeah.
Nothing short of it. Seb, who are you picking next?
I'm getting the GOAT Oscar on the op.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good
Legendary. I'm getting.
Honestly,
That-
this team looks hard hitting right now.
Okay, as an opera, I will pick Zorte.
Zorti? Yeah. Okay.
Zorte.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and yeah, I know what I will know what I will do next.
Need an IGL here, Seb.
IGL.
you gonna do? Are you gonna do
Zero tenacity.
Oh, Namana.
Nemanja!
Yeah. Slap him.
Namana.
Yeah. Let's go. We're winning everything online here, by the way.
Okay, Then I will pick who? Then I will pick probably need in-game leader. So if I'm picking in-game leader, there I need pick between Nafany and I need to pick between Shalfie. Shalfie or Nafany. Nafany wasn't tier 1, so he won't be able, right? So it's gotta be...
Nafany's tier 2 now, in my eyes. He's been on Bet Boom a while now.
Alright, so I think... I never played with Shalfie, but Nafany was so good for me and so kind for me. He's been teaching me how to play Train when I was 15, I remember, so I will pick Nafany because I'm in good relationship with him.
That's cute.
There we go. Last one for you, Seb.
For my last one, oh, I need to think about this one. Let's see, who do we have? Maybe someone from Sangal. They've been playing pretty well recently.
Jota looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I might go for him.
You going for Jota or Jota?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's been playing really well, and
He's
Sangal
double
had
tier,
really
I think.
good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sangal has had really good results. So yeah, I think right here we have a team that would 13-0 Tim's team. To be honest.
You don't want like another para player in there?
Okay,
or something?
okay.
No.
Okay,
We're not
okay.
trying to get blacklisted from tournaments here.
Okay, but if we're gonna play on Phased anti-cheat or on Acros,
Face it. We cannot do aggro. Sorry. One place is fine already. So.
okay, and I need because we're kind of young over here, we need more experienced player, and I can even play as an anchor in this team probably. And if I need to pick bit. So I need to pick a star player who is really
Buster.
good.
Buster's a star player, isn't he?
Who?
Buster.
Buster or Hobbit out there on one win.
I'm thinking between like Kenzie and Glowing. I am thinking between Kenzie and Glowing because I think
Going will get you to the major for sure.
I will pick Glowing for sure. I think.
Yeah.
He might be 30, but he is unreal.
No, it doesn't matter. He is so good.
There we go. Our tier 2 team's done. You got Seb's European super
Well,
team.
that's just obvious who the better team is. Look at that
Two
one.
wins
Fucking hell.
here.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have freestyle players, блядь. And Oscar and game leader. Okay, nice.
And isn't it what Robin...
Nemanja.
Yeah, of course.
He's good.
120 rating. We're winning. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Get me in Shanghai right now with this team.
And to quote Robin from a show we had a few months ago, if you win, you win, and if you lose, you win. So you get a bit of both on this thing.
Sebastian, nice. Good choice.
There we have
Only
it.
win.
There we have it, Josh. Our tier 2
Cracking.
super teams complete with Seb and Tim. Thank you very much, gents, for joining us. I don't know, man. What a fucking crazy episode that was.
So unexpected.
Please, I just hope I don't get in trouble because of it.
I will probably
I
get
don't know
in
this guy. I don't know who he is. I'm just saying it now.
Yeah.
We're best friends.
To Mr. GamerLegion, we'll happily take the blame for whatever was said. It's clearly the
I think you
condition.
can, Ryan.
Oh yeah, blame this fucker below me as well. Actually, while we're at it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That's us done for this episode. We're gonna wrap up the stream there. Until next time, have a good night.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you for having us.